Alright, now to finish off the top of this coffee machine, let's add in some edge loops. So I'm going to add one in the middle, press E and then F, and I want to left click. Add another one in here, press E and then F, move it here a little bit and then left click. I want to add in one in here as well, left click and right click. So now I want to select these three, and then we're going to press Ctrl B to bevel them like this to the size of the bumps that are up here. So let's just eyeball this. So Ctrl B, and I think the size is about that. And I'm going to add one in the middle as well, but remember it's mirroring this to the other side, so we're only going to add half the size here to this side by manually adding in an edge and then sliding it to this side, and make sure it's half this width here to match it up, so that when it mirrors it on the other side it becomes a full bump. So press G twice and try to eyeball half the width of the others, so like that. Now what we're going to do next is press Ctrl R and add an edge loop right in the middle here as it goes across to that side. So what we're going to do next is we're going to select these faces here, extrude them up for the bump, and then join them to the back here so that they look like they are attaching to it, and it's what they're doing. So select the faces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to press E and then Z. Press Z again, and we're going to move it up here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to select vertices, and I'm going to select this vertex here, just this one in the middle edge loop that we added. Okay, any of those vertices you can select. Press Shift and S, say cursor to selected, and I'll press Ctrl Z until you have your vertices here selected again, and your cursor still remains there. So now we're going to scale towards the cursor and make this flat. So change the pivot point to 3D cursor, press S and then Z. Sorry guys, I forgot to enable the screencast keys again. I'm going to enable that now before we continue. Alright, so press S on your keyboard and then Z, and type in 0 and press enter like that. Now let's change this back to bounding box. So we're going to select these faces here, including the faces on the back here, including these faces here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and delete them so that we can put in faces there to make it join together. So let's select those faces. So we got 1, 2, we got 3, 1, 2, 3, we got 1, 2. Remember, hold down Shift to select multiple. 3, we got 1, 2, and 3. So now once you have them selected, press X and then save faces like that. So now go back to edge select mode, select these two edges here, these two edges, and then just press F till you fill the whole faces. Select these two edges as well, press F till you fill the whole faces. Select these two edges, press F till you fill the whole thing, and then the same thing here till you fill it like that. So now you can see we have the bumps here. Alright, but now we have to make these ones, as you can see, they're moving straight up. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure they follow the same angle like that instead of moving just straight up. So we're going to select those vertices now. So this, hold Shift and Alt to multiple select edges, click, click, click like that, and get onto the side by pressing 3. And I'm going to follow this angle here. So we're going to move this back, we're going to slide this back until we have this angle. So press G twice, now press G 2 times, and then slide this back until you have the angle like that, and then left click. So this is what it will look like once you're done like this. So So now what we're going to do is add in edges to the middle of each of these edge loops, and also on the outside to contain the spread of the subdivision surface. So let's begin with this one. We're going to add in an edge loop here, move it here, add another one here, move it here. Now to make sure you added them in accurately, switch to edge select mode, press Ctrl and R, scroll up until you have the edge size that you want to insert in, left click, right click, deselect by holding Alt and Shift and clicking on it, and clicking on this one, and then press X and select dissolve edges. The same thing here, Ctrl and R, add in 4, left click, right click, hold down Shift and Alt, and right click and right click to deselect those two and dissolve the rest of the edges. Same thing here, 4, hold down Shift and Alt, left click, Shift and Alt, left click, press X, dissolve those edges. And for here we're only going to add in 1, since it's only mirroring to the other side. So just eyeball it, make sure it looks like that. Now that we have this contained, we're going to contain it from the outside as well. That is these sides. So get back in there and then add in an edge loop here, press E and then F, align it here, do the same thing here, just kind of add in 4, left click, right click, deselect this, deselect that, dissolve it, 4, left click, right click, deselect this, deselect that, dissolve, 4, left click, right click, deselect this, deselect that, dissolve this. And now we have it like that. So now we finished those bubbles up top on this. So now we're going to add in a solidify to this. We have a solidify already added in here. So all we have to do is to activate it. But let's make sure the modifiers are arranged properly. So let's activate the solidify. And let's hide this. Let's get closer. Select this, press period on your numpad key to get closer. Get a look at this. Alright. So we want to move the solidify below. We want to move the bevel above the solidify. So let's move the bevel up so that we have this. And again, it is spreading out, so let's add some edge loops to the bottom here, like this. So we'll add it in here, and we'll press N and then turn off the mean bevel weight. Alright, it's already off. Alright, so dissolve it and select this, move this down a little bit, like that. I think that is causing some issues. Adding this bevel in, adding this extra edge loop in, is increasing the bevel. It is increasing the bevel, and we do not want that. So let's dissolve this, and then let's try creasing this. That isn't working either. So we're gonna keep it like this for now. I'll find a solution and then we'll fix it along the way. So let's bring back the rest of the object by pressing Alt and H. And this is what we have. As you can see, the coffee machine is coming along. Now what we're gonna do next is to create the inner area now. I'm gonna create this inner area here, like that, and we're gonna begin with this black base over here first. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get in here, and we're going to select these edges over here, the very edges here, this very tip edges here. Select them all. Let's change back to vertex mode, and then let's press P to separate the selection. So separate and select selection to separate it. Now select this, put off this solidify for now, get into edit mode. Now we're we're going to select all these here, all of these here. We'll select it all these vertices here, press Alt M, and then merge them at the center, right, like that. So you got rid of all of them and put them in the center like that. So we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna dissolve this. Oh, let's keep it on. Let's keep all these on. Alright, let's not dissolve anymore. Let's keep them on for now. So we want this up to this side. We're going to delete the excess that is up here. Alright, so we want it up to only this side. We don't need the rest that is up here. So we're going to deselect this and then press X and delete the vertices so that we only have them at the bottom. So we're going to move this, select the whole thing by pressing A, and we're going to move it a little bit to the right like this. And now we're going to extrude all the way to the X. So press E and then X and extrude all the way to the X like that. Now you can see we have some kind of multicolored faces here. This is nothing to be, it's nothing. It's just your normals calculating the wrong way at each specific point. Alright, so we want to recalculate the normals so that the shaders are on the right facing. Alright, so we want to make it face the outside. So select all of your vertices by pressing A twice and hold down Control and then press N to recalculate the normals like that. So now you have this like that. Like this. So we're gonna get in here and we're gonna get rid of this, that, and that. Sorry, and this. So I'm gonna press X and say vertices. Alright, till we have this. We're making this black base here. So clearly we don't need all that stuff. So we're gonna get in here now, press Ctrl and R, press E to align it with this side. It's clearly already aligned. Press G twice, move it closer, and then add in another one in the middle. Do the same thing at this end. And add another one in the middle, like that. So this is what we have right now for that base, like that. So all we're going to do next is to try to create this rounded surface up here, like that. So all we're going to do next now is to take, let's hide this now, what we just created, let's hide it. Let's take this again, let's get into edit mode, select the whole thing again, like that. I'm going to select the whole thing again like that. And I want to press P and separate that selection. Get in here, select this, let's put up the solidify for now. And we're going to get, in fact, let's hide all of the others. So with the edges that we want to edit selected, press Ctrl and I to select the other objects and then hide them. Select this one now, and let's go into edit mode. We're going to extrude this from here. First off, let's merge these ones here at the center. There's a space, we don't want that, so we want to merge them. Select them all, Alt M, and then at center like that. Now we're going to select all of these except these ones here, except these ones, and we're going to extrude it in the x-axis all the way like that. And I'm going to add in one here to align it with this side. Select this 4, press F, and select this 2 and press F. So now select the whole thing, press Ctrl N to recalculate the normals like that. Press T and click smooth shading like that. Now we press Alt and then H to bring back the other stuff, and we have this filled in, very nice and easy. So let's hide them again, hide this, hide that, and remember we also have a piece here, we'll hide that as well. Now we're going to work on the bottom area here and try to get this hole in, and then we'll cut out the other holes out in the next video. So we're just going to create this dip in here, sort of bold dip in here, and then we'll end the video here and try to add in the details in the next video. So let's get into edit mode now. And with these added to this point over here, we're going to place the bowl between this and then that. So the bowl is going to be right in the middle here, and then goes around and then comes over here. So select these two now, press Shift and S, say cursor to select it, press 7 to get into top view, and then press Shift and A to add in a circle. As soon as you add in the circle, don't do anything else, don't do anything, just press T and scroll up at the bottom here, and a number of vertices. We want to edit this and then set it down to 16. Now if you add in your circle and you do something before actually trying to change this, it will go away. For example, let me just get rid of this, and I'm going to add in a new circle. Alright, so if I do that and then I press G in a Z axis and then left click, you can see all those settings go away. Now we can't control the amount of vertices we want around in this circle. Alright, so try to always get the settings right before you try to edit your circle. So we add in the circle, and we don't want 32 vertices here, that is too much. We're going to use, say, 12. Yeah, so we're going to use 12 vertices like that. Now we're going to get back in here and try to, for now, disable clipping so that we can move this whole thing to the right. If you don't have clipping disabled, when you try moving it to the right, this is what happens. So for now, disable clipping, move it all the way to the right, and then enable clipping again. And we'll get in here now. We'll get to the top view. We want to make this an oval like this. So we're going to get to the top view here. And let's try rotating this. Press R, hold Control, and then rotate this until you have your angle like this. So these two, until you have your circle like this, these two being parallel and these two up and down also being parallel like that. And now we want to delete all of the 4 vertices that are here. Press X and save vertices like that. So now we're going to first off bring back those vertices, and let's scale down the circle first. Alright, so we're going to scale this down like this to the right size. Okay, we're going to scale it down to the right size. So again, between this line and then that line, again, put off clipping. Let's just bring it here, scale it down like this, move it in the y-axis, just making sure this falls right on top of it like that. Scale it up just a little bit like that. Scale it a little bit more up like that. Yeah, so now we're going to select these 4 here and then delete them. And we're going to take this, move it a little bit here to create this space here. So we'll move it a little bit there like that. Think that will be enough. So around here will be enough. Just send it in a little bit. Now I'm going to select this to press E and then X to extrude it here until it touches that end over there. So with that done, we're now going to add in edge loops to merge this vertices here too. So press Ctrl and R, add in an edge loop to align with these vertices here, these 2 vertices. Add in another one to align with these 2. Add in another one to align with this 2. Add one here to align with this one, and then another one here to align with this one. And we'll add one more in here to align with this one as well. So with that done, we're now going to select this, that, this, that, and that. Press X and erase the vertices like that. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to select this, press Shift and S, say cursor to select it. Select all of this by holding down Alt and right clicking. And change the pivot point back to 3D cursor. Press S and then Z and then type in 0 to scale it down to that surface like that. So since we have auto merge on, once we scaled it down, the vertices of the circle merged to the vertices of the main mesh like that. So you can see I've undone it and I'm going to do it again, and you could see what I'm trying to say. So S and then Z, press 0, and when you press enter, they instantly merge to one specific object, I mean to one specific point. Now we're going to do the same thing here. Select this, press G twice so they can merge right there. Select this, press G twice so they can merge right there. When you're done, put off your merge like that. Let's change this back to bounding box. And here's what we're going to do. Let's dissolve these edges. Alright, so we're going to fill in triangle in these faces, and that won't be a problem because this whole area is flat, so the triangle is not going to affect the surface. You might not want to have triangle in most curved surfaces because it can give you issues, but in this case it's basically just flat, so there will be no issue. So we can use triangles in this case. So let's select these three, press F, and then select these three and press F. We'll select these three as well, press F, select these three and press F, and now we have that circular hole. Now we select the whole circle, press F, and we hit I on the keyboard to insert the face like that. Press T. As soon as you insert the face, press T and then disable boundary, so this thing can cross all the way to the other side. Alright, so when you enable boundary, it puts borders. When you insert, it puts borders around here as well. So put a boundary so that it gets rid of that like that. Now we're going to insert this again like this, so we have it around the center, about there like that, and then we'll insert it again a little bit like that, and we're gonna keep our hand on Alt and Shift and select this outer one as well, and we're gonna move it down in the Z-axis some amount, like 0.2 like that. So something like that. We're gonna move it down like that. So we're gonna put in two vertices in the middle here. So scroll up till you have to left click and then right click, and that gives us that hole in there. So with that done, I'm going to end it here. Press Alt and H to bring up the rest of your object, and remember you have an extra object here. We'll be working on that and this one in the next video.